Have you ever thought that Black Friday is not for you? Then this episode might be the one for you. What if the week of Black Friday and Cyber Monday is going to be the week that could change the outcome of your business? Hi, and welcome to the Fearless Marketing Show. I'm your host, Nicole Davidson, digital marketing strategist, website designer, course creator, and mom of four. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why Black Friday isn't just for big retailers and how you can use it to grow your list, boost your income, and serve your audience in a way that really feels aligned to your business. So many women that I work with always say that they do not do a Black Friday promotion, or they don't do it because they feel they can't do it because they're not a product brand. And that's okay. You do not have to be an e-commerce brand to be successful with Black Friday. For me and for my clients, Black Friday is all around creating a little bit more visibility, momentum, and also giving a little bit of a prompt or a reason for people to act now. It is not really about going cheap and creating crazy discounts so that people are buying now. It's really about creating offers that they would be quite interested in rather than going as cheap as possible. So whether you are a website designer, you might be a coach, a course creator, or you could be running a service-based business, whatever it is, this is actually the best time of year to show up and create an offer for your clients. It's really around creating things that are made in a strategic manner and allow you to really connect with your audience during this time. Like I have said, you don't have to be slashing prices or start feeling really icky around sales. All you really need to be doing is being really clear, confident, and focused on serving your customers. And this is not around creating brand new offers or anything crazy. And I don't want you going out and creating a brand new course just to launch on Black Friday. It's really looking at what offers and what products you already have and then bundling them up into a way that makes sense for your customer. Really quickly, before we dive into this week's episode, I'm running a Black Friday challenge where we're going to really help you set up your offer. We're going to really work on the tech. I know that sometimes really overwhelms people, so I can help you with setting up your email marketing, making sure your offer is all set up correctly, and then through the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period, we are all going to be supporting each other. So if you're interested in joining that, it is absolutely free. You can find all the information at thefearlesscollective.co/bootcamp, and I hope to see you there. We start on the 4th of November. So the very first thing that I want to talk to you about is shifting your mindset from I can't do Black Friday to how can I show up with value this week. Now, I want you to start by really reimagining what Black Friday means to you. It doesn't have to be around the discounts or chaos. It can be really about visibility, creating more of a list. And like I said, really, really focusing on how you can create value for your customer without discounting. This means, and realistically, what we should be doing in business anyway is really primarily operating from a value position anyway. We are not in this, obviously everyone is in this to be able to, create money and create wealth and build a life that they are hoping to create. But to be able to do that, you also really need to be focusing on your customer and that value that you bring to them. That doesn't matter whether you're an e-commerce brand, whether you're a service-based business, you are always trying to create value in the best way possible for your customer. And what I really want you to do is to really focus on that and double down on that in this Black Friday period. So how exactly are you able to create a package or something that you are able to sell, whether it's an offer, a product, whatever it is, a package of some sort that is going to work quite well in this economy without that discount? So for example, a client of mine, a branding coach, has offered a 30-minute brand blitz. It's a really short, punchy session that she can do quite quickly, and it's something that she doesn't offer all the time, and this is going to be set for that limited time. So it's not discounted, but it is only available during this period, and people can't actually buy that at any other point in time. So what I would love you to do now is I want you to brainstorm 1 to 2 ways that you're able to serve your audience this week. Really think about whether there are audits that you can provide, strategy calls, workshops, mini offers. What do you have that you can then already create? Or what is it that someone comes to you and asks for all the time? Is there anything that your customers come to you and they're really wanting to know whether that's a service that you offer or whether it's something that you are able to do? So step 2 of creating a really effective Black Friday is to really use what you already have. I want you to repackage your services, your products, your offers. I do not want you to reinvent. I don't want you creating anything brand new. It is going to take a lot of time to create something brand new. I want you to really use something that you have already tried and tested in your business. This is really important because a lot of people leave Black Friday to the very last minute and then they're scrambling trying to create an offer or create a course or create a product or whatever it is. You do not want to be doing that. You want to be able to make this as simple as possible. Repackaging is going to allow you to do that without creating too much work for you and without confusing your client by bringing in a brand new offer. So an action for you today is to really look through your existing content that you have, your existing templates that you have, maybe any past workshops or offers that you have run in the past. Is there a way when you have a look, I want you to really write them down, write absolutely everything down. It's actually a really good idea to have a list or like a top level list of all of the content that you actually do have, whether that's paid or free, and then having a list of that is going to really help you map this out. When you do list all of these the content that you have that you're able to then potentially repackage, I want you to really have a look and see what ones maybe make sense that you could bundle together and create it into something that might be like a really timely offer. So for example, I once turned a free SEO checklist that we had into a really quick 30-minute video, and that's something that I could potentially use as a Black Friday boost bundle, and that is something that we could then potentially even use as a lead magnet and then upsell into that as well at a later date. I also have another couple of SEO workshops that I've done for other people that we could potentially bundle it all in together and create like a really fun SEO bundle. And that's really hard to do because SEO is definitely not the funnest thing that you could do in your business, but it is really effective. So what I want you to do now is to write down 3 things that you already have. I would obviously like you to keep going. I do think that writing down everything is the best way to go, but if you're really time poor, try and write down 3 things that you already have that you could become a paid bundle, a bonus, or a fast action offer. The third way that I really would love you to look at Black Friday as a way of it just not being about a crazy amount of sales is to really try and look at it as a list building opportunity and creating a list or building your list with really, really clear intention. Black Friday is not just for sales, it is a prime time to really grow your audience. Now, a lot of people are out there looking for sales, so they might be out there looking for things that might be free, things that are really high value that you can then give away for free to actually build your list. For example, you could run a simple 5-day challenge, just like our Black Friday bootcamp that I'm running. You could create a giveaway, something that is value-packed freebie. All of those things are going to work really well to drive people into your list. Now, when you do drive people into your list and people might sign up for this, I want you to then think of this as a way to nurture your audience. So creating a really nice nurture campaign, so when they're coming in, you are actually doing something with your list. You're not just letting them sit there dormant. This is then going to help you so that later on in time, when you do want to potentially maybe run a sale, when the Black Friday, Cyber Monday things have settled down, so maybe you might want to run something in 2026, this is going to then give you a lot more of a warmer audience than what you might have now. So you could do this by like setting a goal. You could potentially like set something and have, 50 new people on my list by the 25th of November. Or you could even try and ask yourself, what is the fastest and easiest way that I can do that this week? Obviously, freebies work really, really well when you're trying to list build. So something that you could really offer them, you could even give them, if you say run a membership, you could potentially offer them like a free month into your membership. And then that way, that is probably something that we will be doing as part of our Black Friday, is really setting up, getting people into the membership for potentially like November, December, and then pushing to get them, or not pushing, obviously it would be done in a really strategic and nice way, but then obviously offering something for them to then stay in the membership for the rest of 2026. It could also be that maybe we give them like one free month, but then they can sign up for a year. Whatever it is, whatever makes sense to you, that's fine. But those freebies do tend to work quite well, particularly through that Black Friday period. So your key takeaways from this episode: Black Friday is a really huge opportunity, even if you've never done a sale before. Remember, you do not have to be an e-commerce or a product-based business to be successful during the Black Friday period. All I want you to do, you don't have to discount. You just want to create something that's timely and really easy for someone to say yes to. The other key takeaway is to really show up with intention and plan, and really use this week to try and genuinely shift your next 6 months of business. So for example, like if you're not really focused on sales, focus on that list building so that you're going to make your life a lot easier over the next 6 months. If you enjoyed this episode and if it lit a little bit of a spark in you around your Black Friday, and if that's something that you're wanting a little bit more help with, then and you're ready to take the next step, join me inside the Fearless Black Friday Bootcamp. It is completely free. We are going to walk through how to build your list, create your offer, promote it with ease. And if you're interested, it is absolutely free. Head to thefearlesscollective.co/bootcamp to sign up. We get started on the 4th of November, so it's coming up very soon. And we're going to run through all the way through to the end of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode or want to learn a little bit more how you can work with me, don't forget to follow along on TikTok at The Fearless Collective, Instagram and Facebook at The Fearless Collective Co. for more tips and behind the scenes support, and I will see you in the next video.